So this is primarily a financial issue, a market failure. So one of the other areas is around psychedelics, plant-based medicine. So something like cannabis, it could be used to treat chronic pain, reduce reliance on opiates. So we spoke about opiates before. That's a massive problem in the States. It's going to kind of cost over $1 trillion a year. So there's massive financial opportunity, or at least cost savings available, but no market, no way for people to basically pay for those cost savings or capture those cost savings and turn that into a scalable market. Psilocybin, same sort of thing. You can grow it very cheap, and it has very rapid, sustained antidepressant effects. It's been shown. It's being researched. So, but there is no private incentives to do clinical trials for psilocybin, because essentially you can't enforce a monopoly price. There is a company called Compass Pathways that's doing a tweaked version of psilocybin, which they call polymorph A. However, if the off-patent version of psilocybin is basically the same efficacy as polymorph A, they're going to have a real trouble enforcing a monopoly price for that, or at least they're going to be, particularly when psilocybin becomes legal, and I think it's likely to become legal next few years, they'll find that it's going to be very difficult for them again to sort of stop people taking it off label or going to clinics where they'll prescribe it off label. Ketamine is another really an interesting one. It sort of shows the perverse incentives under the current system. So it's very cheap. It's very effective to treat treatment-resistant depression. Works very fast. Like, it's one of the latest drugs out there. It's one of the latest drugs that have been shown a new mechanism of action and to treat depression by attaching to glutamate, I believe, but very cheap. So, but what happened? Johnson & Johnson created a tweaked version, which they call S-ketamine. It's the left-handed side version of the molecule, and they're charging $12,000 a course for that. The off-patent ketamine is much cheaper, $10, let's say, a course. And also, ironically, as I was saying before, the off-patent version has been shown to be safer, best in class, potentially, than S-ketamine. So it's another example of patent incentives basically actively leading to potentially inferior drugs being prescribed to patients.